All right, back to lesson exercise 8. Sorry about that. I ended up with 8, 16, 24 little parts, but out of my 4 whole pieces. So the answer would be 24/4 or 6. Right. So the next box talks about the definition of the division of rational numbers. Dividing fractions is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. I was showing that up here also. And here is another way of thinking about that definition. Over here in example 4, it says a 6th grader wants to see why the invert and multiply rule works. Use the division model of fractions and the fundamental law to show that 2/5 divided by 7/9 is the same as 2/5 times 9/7. So here is what they show as their solution. Here it is written side by side, one over the other. Okay. Here they're multiplying the top and bottom by 9/7. It's another way to get from this step to this step. Okay. And again, down here, this would just give you 1. So that's what they show next. And then, so that's why it's the same as that answer. Okay, good way to show that, I think. Across the page on interpreting the remainder, in lesson exercise 15. Sorry, I'm recording this at school, and bells ring even on Sunday morning. So, suppose you have 11 students and you want to make 4 groups. How many groups of 4 can you make? So, we could do this with counters. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can do 2 groups of 4 with a remainder of 3. What fraction of the group is left over? So the fraction that's left over would be 3 out of my total. 3 out of 11 is left over. But if they ask me what fraction of a group of 4 is left over, that would be 3 out of 4. Okay. And parts B and C illustrate 2 interpretations of a remainder, showing that 11 divided by 4 equals 11/4 or 2 3/4. Right, 2 3/4. In the next section, they're talking about what happens when you multiply by a fraction. Does something get larger or smaller? So in lesson exercise 17, 3/16 times 3/5, that's going to make it smaller. So that answer is less than 3/16. In lesson exercise 18, it says 9.5 divided by 3/4. When you divide by something smaller than 1, the thing gets bigger. Or think of this as multiplying by 4/3. It's going to get larger, so that would be greater than 9/2. And that brings us to the exercises themselves.